I'm Andrew Coates, and I am sitting here in Evolve Strength in Edmonton, Alberta, and it's a gym I contract out of. And one of the cool things about our gym is that we allow kids, they have to be well behaved, to join their parents in our gym. They can't be running around and swinging from stuff, but they're allowed to be present in the gym facility. Now, most commercial gyms probably won't allow this. Kids aren't allowed on the floor, and possibly for good reason. A lot of members probably don't want kids running around, or that's the idea they have. And a lot of parents really do need that kind of alone time. Totally get that. But there's a greater thing going on in our society. And first of all, we know that childhood obesity is on the rise. We know that we are fighting what feels like a losing battle against obesity in general. And we've now seen the health consequences of this are being thrown in our faces in 2020 and into 2021. So one of the thoughts that I think might make hopefully a small difference in some people's lives is to expose a lot of those kids to gym environments at a younger age. I mean, how many adults have you trainers worked with who step foot into a gym for the very first time in their 20s, 30s, or even 40s, and were very intimidated by this experience? We know there's a lot of people like that. And I wonder if they had, in their, childhood years, in their teen years, been exposed to these kind of environments, at least to have them normalized, would that have made this whole thing a lot easier if they'd started younger? And I think we all know the answer to that. So one of the hopes that I have is that people in the industry will see the opportunity we have to provide a space for a parent who maybe childcare is a headache, maybe they can't get access to childcare. So having a baby in a basket, we have trainers here who have quite literally cradled and rocked their clients' newborns as they did their sets. You have babies in baskets strapped in. They're not running around everywhere. And one of my clients, she brings her little 8-year-old now, who's been with us since she was 6, and she quietly sits there and she loves watching her mom work out, and she will participate when mom does home stuff. She'll join in sometimes. And this is a little girl that I hope will grow up with a greater comfort of gyms and workout settings. It doesn't necessarily have to be gyms. It could be parents who are working out in homes. Home gyms are more prevalent now. Got a lot of trainers doing Zoom workouts virtually with their clients. And, even just having the kids around seeing this, what do kids do? Kids imitate. They model after their parents. And then maybe this could be really motivating for the parent. Maybe you've been struggling, your clients who have kids want to be a better role model for the kids. And we know that when people have a purpose greater than themselves, they're often more likely to stick it through. If anyone's read the book Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl, it talks about this sort of stuff, right? So if you can find within your clients or yourself that greater purpose, and what greater purpose is there than your own kids, then that could be the difference maker for lifestyle change for an adult. And certainly maybe being able to bring their kids to a gym setting might be the difference in someone being able to access fitness versus not. And then for the coaches out there, you have an opportunity, you have a brand opportunity, a niche opportunity where you can cater to, moms, newborn kids, or young parents, or you could even develop programs, age-appropriate programs. Nobody's talking about having 4-year-olds maxing out deadlifting, but we also have to dispel this myth that, strength resistance training is somehow going to stunt children's growth. We know that's crap. That's not true. So there's nothing wrong with having, 10-year-old soccer players. I coach a team of these kids doing push-ups and appropriately loaded carries and sled pushes in a space like this, right? They love it. It's going to make them stronger, teaching them landing mechanics so they're less likely to tear an ACL as they're playing. So I believe there's an enormous amount of potential good from getting kids at least to know this kind of environment growing up, so that way they find it less intimidating. Thanks for listening. I hope you're all doing well.